The enactment with Danielle started off with discussing our previous session that talked about she was struggling with relationships. I focused the session upon the relationship she was struggling with the most. The challenges she faced with her partner where he was not trying, he was not doing stuff, and he wasn't putting in the effort like he did when they started dating. So we started off with some narrative therapy, and I was listening to the challenges she was expressing, and I was examining the core root of the challenge. We ended off the session by making goals of how they can have a better connection in their relationship. We talked about going on a first date again to their favorite place, cooking dinner, kind of taking it back to the beginning of the relationship when things were really good. Danielle and I also discussed the different things that had been happening, the mimicking of her and how it made her feel. And so we really focused upon changing that emotion and how to express that emotion to her partner. She was finding it very difficult that all the emotions she was feeling she would express to her partner, and her partner would just mimic her or brush it off like it was nothing. So it started to really hurt and make her really frustrated with her relationship, which made a really unhealthy relationship. The approach that I used in the enactment was narrative therapy. I really narrated the things she was expressing to me and asking questions about what she had said, and therefore it led to the main core of the problem that she was experiencing. Some things that I'm learning about myself is I'm beginning to be able to show transitions in a counseling enactment a lot better than what I could. I'm able to understand and listen to what the clients are saying and be able to use open and closed questions to be able to find out the core root. When I'm working with a client, I am allowing them to be comfortable. I'm facing with open body language. I'm making eye contact. I'm really engaging in the conversation and really showing the client that I'm listening and I'm here for them. So I found that those are my strengths. I'm really getting better at using open-ended questions. Often I used to ask closed questions, and that was really difficult because you weren't able to talk to the client or figure out what's going on. So I'm using more open questions and allowing the client to really express and dig deep into the challenge they're facing. The skills I believe that I need to work on is paraphrasing something the client is saying. I really struggle with that as I tend to overthink what they have said to me, and I find it difficult to paraphrase it. Another skill I need to work on would be being able to think of different approaches on the spot. So if narrative therapy wasn't working, try CBT or any of the other skills. So I find that quite difficult and something I need to be working on. I tried to use narrative therapy and motivational interviewing my last enactment. I believe that I really struggled with the one skill because I wasn't able to find a solution to the challenge she was facing. I was just able to find out why she's facing this challenge and maybe some goals, but I wasn't able to fully solve the problem, which is very frustrating. Different ways that I've grown as a counselor would be because I've become more optimistic and open-minded. I tend to look past people's imperfections, challenges, or different experiences, negative or positive, and I look at them for who they are as a person and what's their true story. And that's really important to get to know the client and understand them of who they are, not just focus on the behaviors or the different things that is going on in their life. I believe I've become a very understanding person. I am now able to incorporate past life experiences into counseling. I take my past experiences and I put them into who I am as a practitioner and a counselor. When working with clients, I believe it's very important to be able to be honest and respect them and make sure you're very direct in what you guys are trying to accomplish, what's going to be happening, and be very honest with them, because to gain respect in a relationship with a client, it's very important so that they know exactly what you're there for, and that you're honest, and that you're not going to leave, and you're not going to lie to them, and you're not going to just play games with them. So I believe that when I started counseling enactments, I struggled with coming out of my shell and being more confident and being more real, as I would say, a straight shooter. So I believe in my third year, I have shown that I'm real with my clients. My personality is very optimistic, open-minded, and very direct on what's going to happen, very direct about the ethical code, the code of ethics, very direct on what's going to be happening, be honest, tell the client exactly what's going to be happening, and let them control some of the session as well. So make sure they know like where you stand and where your boundaries are at, and you'll be able to build a strong connection with your clients and gain the trust you need to help the client move forward through their journey and their story and the challenges they are facing.